Welcome to my channel HD Ultra Rare Coins Age. In this, I am going to tell you about United States of America 1 cent, which is very valuable and rare and very old if you have it. Can become rich. Today's video, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of numismatics, the study of coins, and uncovering the incredible story of the 1981 United States 1 cent coin. Stay with me until the end because you won't believe how much one of these coins is worth. Let's start with the basics. The 1981 penny, like other coins of its time, was minted in large quantities, meaning it was designed to be a common, everyday coin. It features the profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, a design that has been in use since 1909 to celebrate the centennial of his birth. On the reverse, it showcases the iconic Lincoln Memorial, a symbol of his enduring legacy. But despite its seemingly ordinary appearance, this little coin has become a treasure in the world of collectors. Why is this coin so special? The answer lies in its history and unique variations. In 1981, the U.S. Mint was transitioning from using a predominantly copper composition to a copper-plated zinc composition for pennies. This was due to the rising cost of copper, which made it impractical to continue producing coins entirely from this metal. However, the full transition didn't occur until 1982, making 1981 one of the last years the traditional copper penny was minted. But here's where things get even more interesting. Within the 1981 pennies, there are different mint marks that indicate where the coin was produced. These include coins minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Each of these locations has its own subtle characteristics, and some coins from this year have unique errors that make them exceptionally valuable. One of the most sought-after errors is the double die error, which occurs when a coin is struck twice during the minting process, causing a slight doubling effect on the design. In the case of the 1981 penny, this doubling is most noticeable in the lettering, particularly in words like Liberty or the date itself. These errors were unintentional, but they've become a goldmine for collectors. Let's talk about condition. The value of any coin is heavily influenced by its grade, which is determined by how well preserved it is. Coins graded by professional services, like PCGS or NGC, can fetch significantly higher prices. For the 1981 penny, a coin in mint state condition, free of scratches, dents, or wear, can be worth much more than a circulated one. Now, here's the moment you've been waiting for. What makes the 1981 United States 1 cent coin truly extraordinary is its potential value at auction. Some rare examples with exceptional minting errors or in pristine condition have stunned collectors and investors alike. In fact, one such penny has been valued at an astonishing $300,000. So, before you toss aside that loose change, take a closer look. That ordinary penny in your pocket might just hold a hidden fortune. It's a reminder that even the smallest things in life can be worth so much more than they seem. Today, we're diving into what makes this coin so special, and why some of them have fetched prices you wouldn't believe. To truly understand the allure of the 1982 1 cent coin, let's first look at the context surrounding its creation. In 1982, the U.S. Mint made a significant change to the composition of the penny. Due to rising copper prices, it became more expensive to produce pennies than their face value. The solution? A transition from the traditional copper alloy to a copper-plated zinc composition. This marked a major shift in U.S. coinage history, and it's this transitional year that has made the 1982 penny such a fascinating topic for collectors. The transition wasn't simple. In fact, during 1982, the mint produced pennies in two different compositions, 95% copper and 5% zinc, and a new formula of 97.5% zinc with a thin copper plating. These coins also came in 7 different varieties. These varieties were determined by 2 factors: the composition and whether the date on the coin was struck in large or small numbers. In total, there were 3 copper varieties and 4 zinc varieties. Each of these has its own significance, but the real treasure lies in a specific variant. What makes some of these coins so valuable? It all boils down to rarity, errors, and demand among collectors. One of the most coveted 1982 pennies is the 1982D small date copper penny. This coin, produced at the Denver Mint, is so rare that only a few examples are known to exist. The copper composition was thought to have been phased out completely in Denver before small date pennies were struck, making this a fascinating era coin. Finding one of these rare coins is no small feat. Collectors have spent years hunting through rolls of pennies and collections in search of this elusive treasure. It's a needle in a haystack, but the payoff can be extraordinary. Now, you might be wondering, how do you know if you have a 1982 penny that could change your life? The first step is identifying the date on the coin. Look carefully to determine whether you have a large or small date penny. The difference is subtle, but with a keen eye, you'll notice that the small date numerals are thinner and less prominent than those on the large date variant. Next, you'll want to figure out the composition of the coin. Since copper and zinc pennies look almost identical, the easiest way to tell them apart is by weighing the coin. A copper penny from 1982 weighs approximately 3.11 grams, while a zinc penny weighs only 2.5 grams. Using a precise digital scale can help you determine the composition with confidence. If you think you found something special, the next step is authentication. It's crucial to have the coin verified by a professional grading service. They'll assess the authenticity, composition, and condition of the coin, assigning it a grade that will greatly impact its value. Higher grades, meaning better preserved coins, often fetch higher prices in auctions or private sales. The world of coin collecting is filled with stories of incredible discoveries, and the 1982 penny is no exception. Imagine finding a penny worth far more than its face value. And when we say far more, we mean it. The most valuable 1982 penny ever sold fetched a jaw-dropping $200,000 at auction. That's right, $200,000 for a single cent. It's stories like these that remind us to pay attention to the small details in life. Who knows what treasures might be hiding in plain sight, just waiting to be discovered? So next time you're going through your loose change, take a moment to inspect those pennies. You never know when you might stumble upon a piece of history, and maybe even a small fortune. What do you think about the fascinating story of the 1982 penny? Do you have a favorite coin story of your own? Today, we'll dive deep into the intriguing tale of the 1983 1-cent coin, why it's so special, and the astounding value it can hold. By the end of this video, you'll want to check every penny in your collection, because this story might just change how you see your spare change forever. Let's start with a bit of background. The United States Mint began producing the penny, or 1-cent coin, in 1793. Over the centuries, the design and composition of the penny have changed multiple times. By the early 1980s, the composition shifted significantly due to rising metal costs. Before 1982, pennies were primarily made of 95% copper, but after that year, they were struck using a zinc core coated with a thin layer of copper. This change wasn't just an economic move, it also created the conditions for one of the most fascinating eras in U.S. coin history. Now, here's where the story gets interesting. The 1983 1-cent coin is part of what numismatists call the transition era. While the shift to zinc coins was official, the process wasn't entirely seamless. Minting errors occasionally occurred during this time, leading to a few rare coins that didn't adhere to the new standards. One of these errors gave rise to the famous 1983 penny struck on a copper planchet. This is an extraordinary anomaly because all pennies produced in 1983 were supposed to follow the new zinc-based composition. How did this happen? The exact answer remains a mystery, but experts believe that leftover copper planchets from the pre-1982 era were mistakenly used during the production process. So, how can you tell if you have one of these rare coins? First, you'll need to weigh it. A standard zinc penny weighs about 2.5 grams, while the copper-based penny weighs closer to 3.11 grams. If you have a 1983 penny that tips the scale at 3.11 grams, you might be holding a truly remarkable piece of numismatic history. But weight isn't the only factor. These coins often have a distinct appearance due to the composition difference. A copper penny may appear slightly more lustrous and have a richer color compared to its zinc counterpart. Now, let's talk about value. What makes the 1983 copper penny so valuable isn't just its rarity, but also the excitement it generates among collectors. Coins like this serve as a snapshot of history, capturing a moment when human error intersected with industrial processes. Collectors prize these anomalies because they tell a story that standard coins simply cannot. Over the years, these pennies have appeared at auctions, and the demand for them continues to grow. Imagine owning a coin that turns heads at every coin show, a piece that numismatists around the world are eager to examine. That's what the 1983 copper penny offers, a chance to own a slice of American minting history. And now, for the most exciting part, the value. Hold on to your seats because this is where things get truly unbelievable. If you're lucky enough to possess a genuine 1983 1-cent coin struck on a copper planchet, it could fetch up to $150,000 at auction. Yes, you heard that right. $150,000. So, the next time you're sorting through your change, take a moment to examine those pennies. You never know when a small, seemingly insignificant coin might turn out to be worth a fortune. It's a reminder that history often hides in the most unexpected places, even in the palm of your hand. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into the fascinating world of rare coins, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible stories like this one. Until next time, happy treasure hunting!